Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, the FC26 market made history for the year as prices hit a trademark level that always means profit. And it happened because we had a surprise fun SBC, but it's not just those cards that are going up. Almost everything seems to be going one way right now on this market. And I don't think it's going to be that way for forever, but it's nice when you own cards and they're going up in value. We're going to talk about maybe selling a few of those cards today, but also today's content on Saturday is of interest as well, with one icon SBC and one very nice flashback SBC still leaked, plus an evolution that is evidently worthy of Bombazo emojis because it's been leaked and it's been hyped. We'll talk about that center mid Evo that might be coming. But first, guys, we got to talk about what happened yesterday on Future Stars Team Number 2 Drop Day. If you're excited for the video today, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video, and of course, subscribe if you are new. Now, let's go over that content from yesterday on Friday. Of course, we were looking forward to a new opportunity in objectives to get another contract Evo for the Future Stars Academy Evo, and we got that with the Future Stars Youth Cup. And like we expected, there is a basic cup objective here and also a bonus cup objective. Now I'm going to say, guys, if you're playing this cup mode, please play it with the young players born after January 30th, 2002, basically the U24 players. It is worth your time. An 84x5, an 87x2, and an 86x5 group reward for getting progress that you kind of need to get inside of the normal objective anyway. Not that you have to win the tournament, but if you're going for the win 6 part of this because you think you can do that before scoring in 12, then it's definitely worth trying to play with those younger players, because from these packs yesterday, I was able to craft the 2 highest rated squads in an icon pack, and I got my best icon pack pull of the year, Thunderstruck Beckenbauer. That's pretty stoked. I'm excited to play Weekend League now with that new player on my team, but that's just my advice to you guys. Play with the younger players because those packs are honestly really good for objective packs. But this objective here also gives some good Evos. You get a playstyle Evo here. One of these is, the Anticipate base Evo up to 8 playstyles, and this one's a playstyle plus. Jockey plus for a max 87 rated player there. So decent Evos, a couple of decent packs inside of this, and of course, the group reward is the 5-star skill move or 5-star weak foot boost for your academy player, and the contract evolution that allows us to take a second Academy Evo through the whole chain. So that was the big Future Stars Youth Cup yesterday. That's the objective. I do want to look at the actual gameplay mode for a quick second. It's under the Tournaments tab. Don't get it confused, by the way, with the Future Stars Youth League. Since they're very similar, literally only one word is different, league versus cup, make sure you're going for the right one. You want to play the cup. That is the one that gives you the Academy Evo, contract Evo. But yesterday at content, that last sentence in the description was not here. It said, compete, or it didn't say compete throughout the week with 6 entries per day. It looked like it was only going to be 6 entries for the entire tournament, like it was a limited entry tournament, and once you got to 6 games, it was over. But that is not the case. Also, guys, if you win, like let's say you win it all the way through, you will still be able to play the tournament again. I won the tournament all the way through on my second try. I was able to go back in and play a couple more games to finish off the objective. So there's no worries about trying to have to lose in the final or anything like that. You can play it all the way through and go again right after that. Also, it's first to 3 game mode. So if you score 3 goals, game's over, and the matches go pretty quick because they're short matches as well. So that tournament, honestly, it's a little competitive, a little extra competitive feeling because of the limited number of matches, I think, and a lot of people want the contract Evo, but that's a good objective. Like the game reward, the rewards you get for playing the game out of that feel very worth it, at least for me, for the time to put in, for the 6 wins. It did go very good. Now, before I leave objectives, I should look at the 1 player objective that we had yesterday, which my favorite part of this player objective is the fact that it gives a finesse base playstyle Evo. And that's what you get here for scoring 12 goals with a player with 85 shooting, which is very easy. But that's a finesse base playstyle Evo there, which is great. Of course, a couple of packs inside of here and the Almala card here from the Bundesliga, Tech Plus 87 rated with 600 SP. as a part of that as well. So not as much as Hayden Hackney with 1200 SP, but that's still a solid little chunk there in objectives. Now, let's go to EVOs. Of course, we've already started talking about it. The Academy EVOs, we've got round 2 of those. So if you can't find your contract EVO after you complete the objective, scroll all the way to the bottom because that's where mine is. And of course, we're off to the races doing this another time through after getting a second contract evo. No worries, like we said in yesterday's video, to get this done super quick because there's 13 days before you have to lock in the debut part of this chain, which would be the first step after the contract evo, right? So if you're wanting to wait for the next literally 2 weeks to see what other evolutions may come out that you might be able to use on a low rated card before putting them into an Academy sort of evo chain, that would be a smart thing to do. Even for some of these like silver cards and base gold cards that people are taking through the ranks right now with these Academy evos, some of the good evos here in the chains don't actually start with, you know, your card changing to the Academy contract evo. You could put this Esteval potentially into one of the other evolutions that is out or maybe will be coming out, and then boost him up in some other stat areas, maybe even change the card type, and then you could put them into the Future Stars Academy evo and go from there. So that's the funny business that we looked at kind of last week, but that's my advice to you guys, and that's what I'm doing. I have a player in mind for my second Academy, but I'm not like locking it in just yet because I want to wait and see what comes out at least in the next couple of days. Now, the right back evo that we talked about in yesterday's video, Meeks mode, is the name of it. And honestly, this is a good evo, guys. It's 45,000 coins, so it is paid, but the boosts are good. You go up to 90 pace, you get a nice defense physical boost, a little bit of a passing boost, you get bruiser plus, you get jockey base, you get, again, solid boost there, up to 90 acceleration. You're in the high 80s for most of the other stats that are getting boosted in the card. Quick step based playstyle, anticipate based playstyle, slide tackle, and is there a weak foot upgrade in here? I was looking for that earlier, and I don't think there is one. I kind of wish there was a weak foot upgrade, maybe at least just a 4-star, but I'm not seeing one. Anyways, this is a really solid evolution for the pace boost and for the physical upgrades. Like this Marcus Llorente, 90 physical for his card. He's only 88 rated still at the end of this, and that's a great looking card, especially when you look at the playstyles that get added. He gets the Anticipate, he gets the Bruiser, gets the Jockey. That is a very, very solid card right there. You know, even like Quadrado Scream. That's a crazy card for Quadrado Scream right there, getting the physicality boost that he needs. Same thing for like Cambiaso, gets a really nice physicality boost there for him as well. There's so many great options through this. Again, it is 45,000 coins, but I think that is a pretty good evo right there. It's kind of funny. Last week we had the Micah Richards, aka Big Meeks SBC. This week we have the Big Meeks evo. So you're having players with chains for Teo Hernandez even and Alfonso Davies that have moved them over to the right back position, able to get into this evo. But the funny thing is, Micah Richards' new base hero card can't even fit into the evo because one of the requirements is you can't be a center back, and he's got center back all positions, so he can't even fit into his own evo. I find that a little bit amusing. But since this evo is being received very well and a lot of people are doing it, what's happening with right backs? They're dropping. Take a look at cards like Dalot. Well, Dalot fits into the evo. This is actually a double kind of situation here that I want to talk about. Dalot dropped yesterday as he was invested in for the evo. He went up. This is why you sell into the hype, right? And his card dropped. But we were saying on stream that both this Diogo Dalot and the Frimpong Scream card, who I've actually bought a couple of myself, looked like they could be potential investments because they look really good out of this evolution. Like that Dalot, if you take a look at his card, I'm sure it's near the top here. He's one of the most popular cards right now through this evo. Yeah, that's a 90.0 footbin rating there. Frimpong is a 90.3 footbin rating. So for those cards, they dropped as they were technically over-invested in, right? Always selling the hype. But they reached a low point and now they're kind of coming back up. So I think those cards can potentially rise through the next couple of days as people are going to buy these and put them into that evolution. Like I've picked up a couple of Frimpongs just above 200,000 coins, hoping that he can go to like 240 or 250 in the next couple of days. and we'll be able to sell them there. Kind of like an investment over time sort of situation for the cards that do fit the Evo. Now, of course, there were players that dropped, like cards that don't fit the Evo, right? Like Fede Valverde from 570,000 coins yesterday dropped all the way to 500. I picked one of him up trying to quick flip trade. I sold him at 530,000 coins. He really didn't rebound back that much. He's still 520K. So right backs across the board are down a good bit, but that's just a sign of a good evolution, and we needed a good Evo like that. The only thing is, it still doesn't take us to 2 playstyle pluses, but at least it's improvement. Now, let's go to SBCs, where yesterday's content, man, there was, again, good SBC content, guys. Seni Meulu and the Doumbia both were released, and both of these SBCs are very completable. 3-star skills, you might look at that and say, Nate, I don't want to do Meulu because of that. 5-star weak foot, though, only one position. I've named it to the 2 things this card has not got: multiple positions and 4-star or above skills. Those are the 2 biggest knocks against this card. Honestly, the stats look really, really good. The playstyles look almost perfect for a center mid, and the roles look amazing too. Box to box, playmaker, and you look in the SBCs, the highest rated squad is an 87, and that's actually kind of refreshing because we're so used to the annoying 88 and 89 rated squads that are so difficult to get done. This one, there's none of them, just 3 87s, couple of 86s, couple of 85s, and then an 84, making the Meulu SBC come in at 335,000 coins. If that card was on the market, I think he'd be about that much, maybe a little bit more. I think that's a very solid value for that card. Meta card as well with the Incisive Plus. I think I might be skipping this one personally just because of the way my team looks, but I think that's a very good card. You could absolutely do him. Now, also, we had the Doumbia. And this one I may not be able to skip because this card just looks flat out fun. 4/4, rapid, and the low driven plus. Also can play left mid / left wing, and that may be where he plays for me, on the left mid position. Maybe replaces Dino for a little bit. Just a fun card to try even at that. But 96 pace with the rapid plus. Once again, great shooting stats, solid dribbling, okay passing. They even gave him a Tiki Taka, which helps out for sure. But the low driven plus, the finesse base, he's going to be absolutely rapid. And it's just a card that I want to try out. Now, he's 6 squads, starting at 85 and 86. You got a couple of 87s, and you do have a couple of 88 squads in there too. He's around 412,000 coins. But look at both player species from yesterday. Over 70% upvoted just because the prices are more obtainable than like everything we had in Team of the Year. And they're just fun cards that we're interested in doing. So honestly, I know some of this is like, man, where am I getting the fodder to get this done? Like, I'm still catching up on fodder, right? Like, I got the Marcelo done. I got the Rose Lavelle SBC done. I'm still in the middle of working on the Micah Richards. I'm only 3 squads out of this. And of course, he came out last week. I did an icon pack yesterday because I got some more fodder from rewards, but like it's these player SBCs that make me also want to play FUT Champs to get rewards so that I can go and craft the Doumbia and finish the Micah Richards and then craft the Doumbia so that I can use these fun cards that are actually at believable and craftable prices with a little bit of effort and work put in. Still, we have the upgrade packs out, right? Like the 86x2, the 83x10. We got all the other player picks right now, like the 79 plus. 5 of 10. We've got still the 85 to 87s, which, by the way, open these every single day if you can, because there are future star cards that are 86 and 87 rated that you could pack in those. The 88 to 90 SBC did not refresh yesterday. That would have been really nice too. That one I was finding a little harder to craft though in the last couple of days. I was just running out of fodder, but still make sure you're hitting your dailies and stuff like that because you can generate a good amount of fodder. Even the 80 plus player picks are still around. I'm going to have to do a few of those with the extra golds that I have in my club. All that to say, it does take a bit of work to get the fodder right now, whether it's through gameplay or through the menu grind. But with these player SBCs being more affordable than Team of the Year, surely more affordable than Team of the Year, you know, it makes it a little more motivating, at least to me, to try to put that work in and get that stuff done because those player SBCs look good. Now, the fun player SBC that we haven't even mentioned yet that is making the market fly and break records and make history is the 1 of 5 campaign rewind player pick. Guys, the year review picks are back. This is a fun, always must complete SBC. Now, the requirements are a slight bit annoying because you need 2 Team of the Weeks, and those are the cards that are going crazy, right? It's an 84 and an 85 rated squad, each requiring a Team of the Week. For a SBC player pick. Yes, guys, this player pick gives you all players that were released as SBCs from the start of the year up until team of the year. So from September 19th, 2025 to January 15th or January 19th, 2025. The best players that you can pack from this are, of course, the player of the month Mbappe's. You got player of the month's Lamine Yamal, the first one in there. That's actually, I was lucky enough to get a really good pull. I already have the 91 LaFree Yamal that we all got during team of the year if you were on right away after the content drop. But I got the 90 rated from my player pick yesterday. But like Claudia Pina player of the month is a part of this. Like if you didn't do Jordi Alba or Busquets or the Pogba, Pacho even, Fernando Torres, like those are in this. Now it says there's no base icon or base hero player SBCs, but promo versions, I do believe are in this. And here's the other good part to this. Sure, this SBC does come in at a price of 59,000 coins, but some of the player picks you're going to see are going to include a lot of lower rated players, like this Reece James, who was one of the first player SBCs of the entire year. But hello, 85 rated Reece James, that's a perfect card for Evolutions, and that's where some of the silver lining may be, packing a lower rated player from an earlier on in the year SBC from this campaign rewind player pick. It's going to refresh tomorrow on Sunday, so every 2 days for the next week, this is going to refresh, and that is going to help our team of the week demand. We'll talk about those prices in a second, but that's just a fun SBC. GG's EA for releasing a nice little bit of a fun SBC. We had the guaranteed future star packs last week, and now we have that one right now. But of course, with 2 team of the weeks being required in that year in review pick, Informs went crazy. Now they're back down to about 17,000 coins, and they need to drop a bit more. But just to show you how Informs moved yesterday, let's take a look at this graph from an Impacts team of the week card. Crazy men, the 84 rated fodder team of the week card in packs right now, 17K yesterday at content, right? Exploded after content. All Informs were 22 to 23,000 coins. And that is the first time ever that Informs have gone over 20K in this game, like all gold Informs. That's the first time of the year that has happened. It took longer this year, I feel like. In previous years, we've had Informs go to 20K during like Black Friday, during Winter Wildcards, Team of the Year. Last year, Informs went crazy. After Team of the Year this year is when the cards finally went crazy. I don't have any on my transfer list now because I actually cleared it, but I had sold a couple of Informs that were in my club. Guys, when Informs hit 20K, that's when we're like, you know, those Informs you've been stocking away in your club for a long time, and maybe you haven't sold, or maybe they've been sitting on your transfer list for ages, because we always talk about buying fodder Informs at discard price, and that's always a good investment for the long term. When Informs at 20K, that is your price to sell. Like, sure, you could wait again until they go a little bit higher, but when they hit 20K, that means you're basically doubling your money if you bought at 10 or 11,000 coins, and that is exactly what you could do with all Informs yesterday. It was an unexpected madness with those cards rising up as much as they did, and a great time to sell them. And you still probably are going to be able to get them out for 20K during the week this week. We got to talk about reinvesting in these cards. Now, since they're now down only to 17,000 coins, still seems pretty high. And I'm not convinced that I want to buy yet. I want to see what happens today on Saturday. I feel like a lot of people yesterday on Friday night were not playing FUT Champs, because I think a lot of people really wanted to go play the Cup to get their new EVO unlockable, the contract EVO for the second Academy chain. I think a lot of people were actually going and doing that. So I think there may be more FUT Champs supply on the market for rewards today, and that could actually make the Informs drop a bit more. So if Informs go back down to like 14 or 15K, that might be the spot where we have to buy them this week. I don't think they're going to go down to 11 to 12,000 coins, because with that year in review player pick being there, that is huge amounts of demand. A lot of people are going to be A, investing in Informs because of how good they just did, and B, there's going to be more demand because people are going to want to do those player picks every single time that they can. So I really think that Informs can be investable, but I hope they go down to like 15,000 coins. We'll just have to wait and see how those look today, and then we'll probably decide. I think that they could be a good buy tomorrow with squad ladder rewards as well. Now, let's go over the team that came into packs yesterday with Future Stars team number 2. Guys, this team I think is better than team 1. Maybe it's a bit of a bias here because of the Spurs player in here, and that is, Odobert. I love the Peppy card, sick dynamic image. I did pack Akliush, and I wanted to shout out a couple of cards from this team. I think there's a couple of like 87 and 88 rated absolute gems that you could be somebody who just like buys 5 or 10 of these and puts them on your transfer list and waits until they fit a sick Evo. This card is crazy. He's got almost a 91.0 footbin rating, and he's 88 rated with 14,000 coins as his price. That's a crazy card. 4-star, 4-star. You look at the playstyles. He's got Tiki-Taka, Incisive, Low-Driven, Finesse, Inventive, Trickster, and Technical. What do you need? You need maybe a Rapid or a Quick Step. Holy smokes, this card is sick, right? That's a really sick card. If he gets a pace boost above 90, he gets a shooting boost up to 90 as well. That's a great center attacking mid card right there. So, I mean, I'm going to probably buy one of these and put it on my transfer list as well. But at some point during the weekend, I look at this team, just like we did with Team 1 of Future Stars, and I see some long-term investment Evo potential. Esme Brooks. This card someday is going to be like 50... Actually, no, it's like 70,000 coins. She's 30K right now. This is a card that's got so many different positions on it. It's got Intercept Plus and other good playstyles. Anticipate, Tiki, Low Driven, Long Ball, Jockey, and Rapid. And again, only 88 rated. So I see a lot of potential with a couple of the players in this team for longer term investments, the ones that are going to be really cheap that we could probably club stock sometime this weekend. This Sangare card from the Ligue 1 as well. He might already fit EVOs because he's 87 rated, but he's got Intercept Plus and some other decent playstyles there. So I think this is a really good team once again that we'll be able to invest in. Even this Wesley card is going to be a card that I think could go crazy out of packs. He needs to drop off a good bit, but I think he can go crazy. Now, speaking of how I think these prices are going to move, like last week with Team 1 of Future Stars, I think a lot of these players look overpriced. Like Dean Huijsen, 2.8 mil. That's crazy. Carl's 3.6 mil. That's really expensive too. Even on some of these other cards down here, Fermin is 890,000 coins. We have this Fermin who, yes, is -4s and 5s and even -6 in some stats from this version. But this one's got 5-star skills and you can Evo him. Like Incisive and Low Driven, yeah, that's pretty sick. But this one was free. So I don't know. I think that card's a bit overpriced. I think a couple other players in this team, Nico Paz, I think is overpriced. I think some of these cards are going to drop off today, and it's going to follow a similar trend to last week. Remember, last week I actually lost a good bit of coins trying to trade with these cards. Now, I have actually bought a couple of Paul Scholes heading into today on Saturday, but that's just because I think Paul Scholes has never had a usable icon yet in this game, and it's a player that a lot of people want to try out. So I picked up a couple of him at 550, hoping to sell him. Right now, we're in a slight profit range, hoping to sell him a little above 600,000 coins and take the money there. But I do believe that all of these cards will most likely be lower heading into the content drop today on Saturday, and then maybe even going lower after that, just because they're rare and they need to get packed a good bit more. Even though Gareth Bale is 12 million coins, though, I gotta say, like, that is a crazy freaking card, man. I mean, this is, like we said before it was even dropped yesterday, this card was going to be expensive, and he is. Even has the Future Stars dynamic. What a card. So, that's kind of the situations on the market that we have right now. And if we quick talk about the rest of the market, we said prices are flying. I mean, they are, guys. Prices just continue to go up. I bought an Alvaro Carreras for 1.2 mil flat yesterday. If you take a look at cards from Team 1 of Future Stars, like Esteval's over 2 million. Due is over 2 million coins. Alyssa Thompson is 990k. She was 800k yesterday. These prices are absolutely nuts, and they just keep going up. Elliot Anderson's up 100,000 coins from where he was. Even like Nusa is 170k. Conceição's 102. That's up big. Mateus Mane is up big in price. Even the cheap cards, flying. Not all of them. Lamans is still 19k, but like Eduardo Quaresma, 48k. I remember him at 35,000 coins. Voltamata is closing in on 500k. He was, I think, 500k for a minute yesterday. Most of the market just continues to rise. Even the Team of the Year cards, Team of the Year honorable mentions, futures, like other, not Future Stars, but like Joga Bonito, like all these other promo cards that have been out for a while. Like, there's just coins everywhere, man. The rewards giving more coins for the past couple of months. You know, out of Team of the Year, people have spent some money on store packs. They've accumulated coins from collecting things here or there, opening packs. Honestly, you can open your daily packs right now and still make coins from the like daily silver packs that you get as a reward. So like, there are coins, and that's why you're seeing the market, I think, go up as much as it is. And that's good until we get crazy enough content or until there's enough good SBCs with SBC fodder prices going up that kind of tips the scales. And that's the last, again, thing I want to say about the market in the video today is fodder is going up still and it's maintaining its price on the middle to low tier, like the 85s to 88s. They're dropped a little bit. They have dropped, like 88s are only 10K. But if they continue to go up and they are higher again during this next week, and if the Evo content starts to kick back in, because we're going to talk about that Evo leak in a second, I just believe that we could see the market start to turn downward. So it maybe could be still a good time this weekend to take some money on some cards. Now, let's quickly talk about fodder because we started mentioning it. Most of fodder here is around the same price. 85s are 3.3, 86 is 3.5, 87s are 6K, and 88s are 10. Yeah, these were 14K yesterday after content, but the weekly rewards are kicking in now, and they have come down. I think they could drop a little more today after content, even during the morning, maybe, and especially with squad battle rewards. I think if you want to buy fodder, you're looking at 85s to 89s, and you're looking to buy these cards during squad battle rewards. Like, take a look at 89s. Guys, the higher rated fodder peaked like crazy yesterday, right before the Marcelo and the Sophia Wilson SBCs expired. Guys, we were looking at Bonmati and Salah on the market for 130K. This was a mad dash for people to go buy the 91 rateds to get the SBCs done. Now, this is probably not going to happen as much when we have like the Messi and Ronaldo SBC or the Totti SBC expire later on in a week from now. You know, but it could happen a little bit. Like the 89s would be my favorite investment out of all of these ratings. We just are going to have to get some higher rating guaranteed SBCs. Like, look at this. Holland was 39K last week on Tuesday. He went all the way to 70K yesterday and Friday for a quick second. Absolute insane rise on fodder, but it is back down on those top tiers. And I think I'd wait for tomorrow to invest in that with the rewards. Now, let's take a look ahead today into Saturday. That's enough discussion about what happened yesterday. Guys, I talked about a Bombazo Evo leak. We're talking about evolutions, right? We haven't had Evos that have been, besides the Academy, I mean, yesterday's Evo was good too, but nothing that's been like, OMG, Evos are crazy. We're still looking for an Evo, a regular Evo that gives a second playstyle plus boost. Like, we haven't had that yet. It's only been the Academy. I'm still surprised that we didn't get it at least once during Team of the Year. The Inside Edge Evo was the closest thing that we got, and we haven't still gotten there with normal Evos yet, allowing us to put cards to 2 playstyle pluses. Maybe that's a part of today's Evo. I don't know. FutAccountant yesterday, 2 hours after content, slipped a few Bombazo emojis out there, of course, relating to an evolution leak. And this has kind of got my attention because, like, okay, FutAccountant is not the one normally who's posting the Bombazos, but he is here. And we've got news about the rest of this Evo because one of the other leakers, Mohaps, was kind of divulging some more information. He said it's a midfielder Evo, it's max 87, center mids fit, and there's no like age requirements as a part of it. So of course, the center mid cards in the market have started to go up. Take a look at Yaya Toure. You can tell the leaks got out. He was 280,000 coins. He went all the way to 340. He's still 340K at the moment. And since it's a center mid slash, maybe it's more than CM, maybe it's CDM as well. We don't exactly know. But Zico also is going up in price because, you know, he's a CM, 340K up to 370 where he is now. I've actually just picked up a couple of Kamavingas because, you know, that's a card that yesterday without the Evo leak was like 400,000 coins. And here I am getting him for 350 on bid. By the way, if you guys are trying to make some coins right now, get on bids. Look at this Henry. This Henry went on bid for 1.5 mil, and I would have bought it, but I didn't have the coins. He's a 1.8 million coin card. There's actually an undercut at 1.7 is kind of low. He sells at 1.8 plus a lot. That's a crazy bid. That guy is going to make a couple 100,000 coins on that trade right there. Cesc Fabregas going for 1.2 mil on bid. That's actually kind of low for him, 1.25. He sold in the 1.35s. Like, there's profit in that card there. This Vitinha that just went on bid for 1.14. That's a card that guy's going to be able to sell for 1.3 plus. Big money on bids. So I got to get that out of the way and get that said. But also today with these center mids, watch the 87 rated ones, right? There's a lot of them that you could go and look at. We don't know the official leaks for them yet, but if you see prices moving up before content on max 87 rated CMs, just make sure you do the smart thing and you sell them into the hype, especially after we hopefully learn a bit more about what this Evo is going to look like today. But I just have hopes, man. I have hopes that we would actually get an Evo that would allow us to make 2 Playstyle Plus cards. Now, let's talk about SBCs. Today on Saturday for SBCs, guys, Danny Olmo would be my guess, because last week on Saturday, I believe we had the Upamecano flashback card. This card looks really good. This is official stats for the flashback Danny Olmo. If he's coming today, it could be. It's not guaranteed. I'm just guessing. That's a solid card. 91 dribble, 89 shooting, 88 passing, 86 pace, Tiki Taka, and the technical plus playstyle pluses. And you would have to imagine that he would have pinged and incisive as well. Maybe a low driven base. Don't know if it would give him a quick step, maybe a first touch. If he'd have any other positions than this. But that's Danny Olmo's first special card of the year. And this is just the type of card that strikes me as somebody in game who, with the proper pace boost, would actually be kind of sick. I think he'd actually be pretty good dribbling wise. He's 5'10", he's 4-star, 4-star. He has center mid cam and striker on his base card there, and great dribbling stats already. So with a pace boost, great play styles already as well. With, you know, the incisive, he's got game changer and finesse, first touch, and technical. So the technical and the Tiki Taka are getting upgraded to pluses. Hopefully they give him a pinged, a quick step, maybe a press proven. Inside of there, maybe a low driven on top of that, or at least an inventive as well. We'll just have to see. But if that is priced well, like a lot of the other SBCs have been priced recently, that could be a very, very nice card. The only other potential SBC for today is Cafu, at least for the ones that we have leaked right now. There is that Esposito card as well from Inter, but, you know, Saturday SBC, I think they'd give us something at least halfway decent. And the last thing to look at for today's content on Saturday would be probably a new Flash Rush event. If you remember, the one from last week had a nice Evo inside of it, and also a player reward. So it was out for only a few days, so make sure you keep an eye on that. We'll see if we get a Flash Rush event today. I think that's very possible, to be completely honest. My number one goal in this game right now, though, guys, is to collect icon swap tokens and pack the 87 rated Wilson Odobert, because I think this guy is going to go into the iconic attacker 10 icon swap token Evo. Ignore me here, as I'm just going to collect some free coins from all these silver packs that I've saved up. By the way, silver packs from doing your like daily player picks and stuff, don't sleep on these. You can pack future stars. There's a bunch of future stars that have silver base cards in packs right now. You could easily pack one and boom, make yourself some coins. And of course, if you're lucky enough to pack Leonard Carnal bronze pack, yes, you can pack Leonard Carl in a bronze pack. That would be absolutely crazy if you did that, because he's 3 million coins. I think he might be the only bronze future star player right now that is in the promo team, but it's worth mentioning. But I'm trying to pack this card, man, because yeah, 91 dribble, 91 shooting, and a 94 pace, 5-star, 5-star. That looks disgusting. And I got to pack him within the next day, because that Tiki Tactician goes away tomorrow. So that's my chase right now in this game, trying to get all the packs that I possibly can and get my coins up so I can get the season pass unlocked, the premium pass, and get some more packs and Evos through there. But I'm excited to use my Beckenbauer pull. I'll show you guys the team here really quick to end off the video. I know it's a bit of a longer one on a Saturday, but there was a lot to discuss from yesterday, so apologies for that one. But can't believe that we got Beckenbauer from that 88 plus pack. I said when it dropped last week, I said that the icon pack was so cheap, even I was going to do it, but I was not expecting a pull like that. Had to rearrange the team, but gladly rearrange the team for that. So we're going to see if we like him here or if we like him down here at center back more, but we're going to try him out, get some weekend league games going, and we got another icon swap token, as you saw there, so at least that's been unlocked. But I need some fodder. Good luck with your weekend league games today. Good luck with your cup games. If you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Have a great Saturday, guys. Enjoy the games. Come on, you Spurs. And I'll see you in a video tomorrow. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.